February is National Black History Month and Couples Month at BWCAR Church of Atlas Road. Each Sunday in February, we will be celebrating both by featuring powerful Black couples throughout history. Today, we'll be focusing on William and Ellen Craft. The Crafts were an enslaved couple that lived in Macon, Georgia, that despite the fear of being caught, embarked on a journey of freedom, doing so by hiding in plain sight. As you will learn, the couple went through great lengths for love and liberty with the hopes to make it to the city of brotherly love, where they would be free. Put up for auction at age 16, William Craft was a skilled cabinet maker, while Ellen was the enslaved child of her first master. She favored the master's family so much with her fair skin that the plantation owner's wife gave her away as a wedding present to her very own daughter. When the Crafts started their journey, they were married but did not have children out of fear that their children would be taken away, and according to Ellen, the idea, quote, filled her soul with horror. According to laws during these times, slaves could travel with their masters to any state. That's when William had the bright idea to have Ellen disguised as a young white cotton planter. William and Ellen were considered favorite slaves. Therefore, they were able to obtain passes for a few days around Christmas. Most likely when William was able to keep some of his earnings, which could finance their escape, Ellen's arm was placed in a sling to mask the fact that neither one of them could read or write. Bandages were also used on her face to cover feminine features. The pair departed Macon by train on December 21st, 1848, and made their way to Savannah, Georgia. While there, the couple boarded a steamer for Charleston, South Carolina. While traveling by steamer, the captain dined with the disguised Ellen. A slave trader even offered to buy William. After staying in a Charleston hotel, the pair ran into another problem, trying to buy tickets to Philadelphia. However, the captain of the ship vouched for them, and they were on their way. William and Ellen were again stopped in Baltimore, which was the last major stop before Pennsylvania, a free state. They were asked to go to the authorities for verification. And as William recounted, we felt as though we had come into deep waters and were about to be overwhelmed and returned to the dark and horrible pit of misery. The silent prayers of Ellen and William were answered when suddenly the jangling of the departure bell shattered the quiet, and the officer who stood his ground was clearly agitated. He scratched his head, surveying the sick traveler's bandages, and said to the clerk, "He is not well," and felt pity for them. "Tell the conductor to let this gentleman and slave pass." The Crafts arrived in Philadelphia the next morning, Christmas Day. Ellen burst into tears, crying out, "Thank God, William, we are safe." Upon their arrival to Philadelphia, Ellen and William were quickly given assistance through the abolitionist network. The Crafts moved to Boston. However, in 1850, slave hunters arrived to return them to Georgia. The Crafts fled to England, where they eventually had 5 children. After 20 years, they returned to the States and, in the 1870s, established a school in Georgia for newly freed blacks. The Crafts credited courage, quick thinking, luck, and our Heavenly Father for their escape. Ellen Craft died in 1891 and William passed in 1900 in Charleston, South Carolina. To find out more about William and Ellen Craft's story, you can read William Craft's book, Running 1,000 Miles for Freedom, or The Escape of William and Ellen Craft from Slavery.